You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking left. A strike downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can...
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense understanding where...
The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. Quarterback extends the play. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's caught inside the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Lets it fly. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Goes to the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. and they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint,
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
and if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Tompkins. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws for the tight end. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He would have loved. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good... Offense set on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Tompkins. He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. 3rd and goal coming up here. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it on the counter. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still running at the 35. Into the end zone. Touch! Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback will keep it. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now, because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He's looking to pass. He's going to take off. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. With jet sweep pass. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now on the option. Now the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. Line gets set, 1st down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Finds his back in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Looking downfield, it's Tompkins. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They keep attacking through the air. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Using his feet, the Nittany Lions get it past the sticks. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to get to him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has... When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.